All the materials, documents, equipment, resources are now ready and set and complete, so I can now start the assessment. Good morning, trainees! Welcome to Cookery NC2. So we're here at Alakapan Central Elementary School. This is a TESDA accredited. By the way, my name is Ferdinand C. Marquez Jr. and I am your trainee assessor. So before we start, please rise for a prayer. Amen. Please be seated. So let me check your attendance. Please say here as I call your name and sign up the attendance sheet, please. So Vanessa Ursula, sign up the attendance sheet, please. May Tabangura. Okay, thank you so much. So I have here the data gathering tools for trainees' characteristics. This will help me determine your backgrounds, experiences, knowledge that is suitable for personalized according to your needs. So get your copy. I will give you 25 minutes to answer. Okay, time's up. Please pass. Okay. So I also have here the data self-assessment checklist. So this will help me to determine your relevant experiences for your qualification. So it will take 45 minutes to answer. So get your copy again. Okay. Time's up. Please pass. So according to the questionnaire that I have here, Miss Vanessa has a relevant experience in bread and pastry production. So don't worry the rest, make the makura. So we have this training so that you can have the experience too. So now let's start our orientation on competency-based training in Cookery and C2. So I divided the topics into 7 parts. First, the definition of CBT. The second is the principle of CBT. Third one is analysis between traditional and CBT. And the fourth one is the role of me as a trainer. And the fifth one is the role of you as a trainees. And number 6 is the overview of the Cookery NC2. And lastly, the competency-based training or the CBLM. So now let's start our orientation about competencies-based training in Cookery NC2. So first, what is a competencies-based training? So this competencies-based training is a system by which the student is trained on the basic of demonstrated ability rather than that of the elapsed time. So that is the meaning of competencies-based training. So the next slide is all about the 10 principles of competencies-based training. So do you have any idea about the 10 principles? Okay, if none, so this is the first principle, which is the principle says that the training is based on the curriculum or the CBC that developed from the competencies standard or the CS. So the second principle is all about the learning is competencies based on a modular structure. The third principle is training delivery is utilized and self-paced. The fourth principle is all about the training is based on the work must be performed. You can perform. So the fifth principle is training materials are directly related to the competency standard and curriculum modules. So based on the curriculum modules. The sixth principle is the assessment is based on the collection of evidences to perform to work in an industry required standard. So it is based on this assessment is based on the required standard. So the next principle is the seventh principle is the training is based on both an on and off job component. The next principle is the eighth principle is the system allows the recognition of your prior learning or the RPL of your current competencies. The current competencies such are your competencies in basic, common, and in core competencies. Now proceed to the ninth principle, which is
Training allows you to multiple in entry and exit in a training program. So you can enter anytime, anywhere in your convenience time. So lastly, the 10th principle says that this principle is approved training programs are national accredited. So program of each institution or training center are registered with UTPAS or Unified Tibet Program Registration Accreditation System. So this is our training area. It is the accredited training area. So if you have any question about the 10th principle competencies based training, so if none, we'll now proceed to the third, which is the analysis between a traditional education and competencies based training. So if you have anything in your mind right now about the traditional education and competencies based training? So if none, this is the analysis and comparative between a traditional education and a CBT. So in a tradition, instructor focus on managing instruction, while in competence-based training, trainers focus on managing learning. So in addition, in traditional, most students enter about the same time, while in competencies-based training, trainers enter in a various time throughout the year. Traditional education is student all cover all same materials as one. So while in competencies-based training, different trainees may be trained for your different unit of competencies within the same program. And lastly, in comparative analysis between the two is in tradition, students all proceed from one topic to the next at the same time. So it is proceed by one topic to the next to the same time. It is not mastering them. While in a trainees that move to the next task only after mastering the task he or she current work. So we'll now proceed to the next part of our slide. So we'll now proceed for our fourth slide. So what is the role of a trainer? So what is my role as your trainer? So first, my role is to coordinate and manage your learning activities while we're doing our assessment in our laboratory. So the second role of me is I will motivate you in order for you to pass in assessment. So the third one is to monitor and evaluate your trainees' progress. So I will monitor and evaluate your trainees' progress in order for you to have completely the unit of competencies. So the next one is provide individual consolation. The next, to assist trainees in obtaining reward. So this reward means that I will give you your completion in achieving the competencies in assessment later on. And lastly, I will diagnose and solve your learning problem. So when problems occurs, I will assist you for clarification and in order for you to pass. So that is my role as your trainer. So now, we're going to proceed to the next, which is the role of you as a trainer. So this slide is for you trainees. So what is your role as a trainees? So first, your role is to select what you want to learn and when they want to learn. It is based on your convenience time. So the next role, choose how they want to learn. So you can also choose what you want to learn. Such an example, you can learn how to cook in cookery, okay, or in other competencies such as electronics, bread and pastry production, and etc. So the third is take responsibility of their own learning. So you can take your own responsibility of own learning so you can apply it in your daily life. The fourth role is to decide when they are ready to perform each task or demonstrate mastery to job like proficiency before reaping credits for the task. So So that is your role as a trainees. So now we will going now to the next slide, which is the overview, qualification overview of. So this is a qualification overview. So what is expected in Cookery NC2? So what is expected in Cookery NC2? Do you have any insight in Cookery? Okay. If so, what is Cookery, by the way? So Cookery in section 1, Cookery, this is the qualification in Cookery NC2. So the qualification says that it consists the competencies that a person must achieve to clean the kitchen areas, prepare hot and cold meals and desserts for your guests in a various food or in a beverage service facilities. So this area we will going to discuss while the assessment is already done. So in addition, what is cookery? So cookery is a practice or skills on inventing and how to cooking food. So that after accomplishing this course, so this is the things you must do. So you can, if you can achieve the accomplishing the course, you can employ anything you want, such as gardener, AC, or a teacher maybe. So you can read. Thank you. So now we're now proceed to the basic competencies. So these are the basic competencies. So these are the basic competencies in Cookery NC2. You can read. So we now proceed to the next. The common competencies in Cookery NC2. So first, develop update industry knowledge. The second is to observe workplace hygiene procedure. The third, perform a computer operation. And the fourth is to perform workplace and safety practices. And next, provide effective customer service. And that is the common competencies in Cookery. Now proceed to the next slide, which is the core competencies. So this is the core competencies. So we can clean the maintain kitchen premises, prepare stock for the cost soap, prepare appetizer, prepare salad, dressing. So that's such as we can also prepare sandwiches, meat dishes, etc. So the next slide is also all about core competencies. I will now only flash so that you can know what are the core competencies that we will apply in our assessment later on. So the next slide is all about what is a CBLM. So what is a CBLM? So a CBLM is competencies-based learning material. So this is the meaning of a CBLM. So a CBLM is a well-designed and carefully developed learning materials that give a trainees detailed instruction to guide them through the learning process. So this is the materials which is I will give you for your learning materials. I'm gonna proceed to the next slide, which is the parts of competencies-based learning materials. So these are the parts of base learning materials. So this is the preliminary pages. So I will not able to discuss because we're not able to do this in our assessment. We can only flash. The next part, which is the instructional sheet. So this instructional sheet, I will give you the information sheet while the assessment is already ongoing. So the next one is the self-check, which is this is the assessment if you already passed or not. So the answer key, of course, and the task sheet, and operation sheet, and the job sheet, and of course, I will give a performance criteria for the trainees. So I will now proceed to the next slide, which is the methodologies. So what is the methodologies in a CBLM? So these are the methodologies. We will lecture, we will demonstrate, we will brainstorming, and lastly, we will create unstructured learning experiences when our assessment is ongoing. So we will able to have all this experience during our assessment is already done. So I will now proceed to the monitoring tools. So this is the monitoring tools, the achievement chart and a progress chart. So this is the difference between the two. So a progress chart is for a trainee to achieve a certain unit of competencies, while an achievement chart is a trainee to achieve a certain learning activity. So these monitoring tools, I will record your current competencies if you failed, or so that I can monitor your competencies or in different part of a unit. Do you have any question about monitoring tools? Okay, if not, now proceed to the next. We will now proceed for our last slide, which is the evaluation tools. So these are the evaluation tools. First, the written test. Next, direct observation, retest, post-test, performance test rather, and lastly, our oral questioning. So these tools, we can use this in during our assessment. So, do you have any questions, clarification? If none, I will now end this presentation and we will now proceed for the training orientation.
Is there any questions, clarifications about the presentation? If none, so okay, I will give you 15 minutes break. Thank you. So we are done with our orientation. I will now welcome you to our training proper. So let's start again with this pre-test. So this is 45 item test. This will help me to determine your current competencies for this training that is personalized according to your needs. So I will give you again 45 minutes to answer. Okay, please read carefully the instruction. Okay, time's up. Please pass. So, thank you so much. I will show you this result of your post-test tomorrow. Now, please bring your pen and your paper with you. I can take you to the different parts our training venue. So, we are here our venue. So, first, we have here the conceptual learning laboratory. So, this where your underpinning knowledge is in Cookery is learned and will provided for you. So we have here the next one. We have this area. This is a resource area where you trainees makes your learning materials for the training, such as the papers, the documents. So we proceed to the next one. So this is an institutional assessment area. This area is where your assessment is done. Also, where your cognition, your prior knowledge is done. So, if you are done with the resource area, I will assess you if you are failed or not. So, we go to the next one. So, this is a practical area. This area is when you as a trainee require your skills. So, you need to know your particular qualification for this Cookery and C2. So, we proceed to the next one, learning resource area. So this area is where you can see the different part of the CBLM, the non-print, print media. So the materials that you need to use for your references, just like a mini library. So like that. So we proceed now to the next one. So this is the distance learning area. So the distance learning area is applicable for you to utilize your qualification in Cookery and C2. So we'll now proceed to the next area. So let's proceed now to our next area, the quality control area. So this area is where you overhaul your quality control in cookery included your classification, your skills, and your understanding about cookery. Going now to the next area, which is here, our computer laboratory area. So this area is, you can use an internet for your qualification, such as you can use also the Excel, Word, PowerPoints to use for your qualification. So we're going now to the last area. This is the support service area. So this area is, it provides your value-adding competencies in cookery, or your own qualification, your skills, your field, and address your understanding skills in competencies. Okay, we're done with the tour. So is there any clarifications, questions? Okay, if not, we will now go back to the contextual learning laboratory. So you don't have any questions, clarifications. So for your assignment, to those who check yes in the self-assessment checklist, please provide your evidence tomorrow. So please stand for a prayer. Amen. So goodbye, trainees. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
So we are here now for day 2 of our orientation. So by the way, good morning, trainees.
Good morning.
So please stand for a prayer. Amen. So now take your seat. So again, let me check your attendance. You stay here as I call your name and sign up the attendance sheet, please. So Miss Vanessa Corsua. Sign up the attendance sheet, please. May Tabang Pura. Okay. Thank you so much. So for this day, as indicated to this training matrix, so training matrix, Miss Vanessa will go to the contextual learning laboratory, and for me, you will go to the assessment area. So to those who check yes in self-assessment guide, so please now present your evidence. Miss May. So, according to your evidence, you finished your degree in BS Ed English. So, and you have a background in Cookery and C2. So, but still, I need to validate your demonstration, these competencies for actual demonstration. Now, you may now take your seat. For Miss Vanessa, please start the first module in Cookery, and please check if your answer to the answer sheet, and if you have any question, please ask me. Okay? This is your. You have any question? If not, so Miss May will now proceed to the assessment area for your validation of your prior learning. Let's go. So we're now here at the assessment area. So Miss May, are you now ready for your prior learning? So I will give you your written test, demonstration, and oral questioning. So this test is 30 items test. So please read carefully the instruction. Okay, time's up. Please pass. So Miss May, for your demonstration, so I have 3 questions here. So according to the student level, for first we have here the beginner level. So this is the question: what is cookery? You can write your answer and
Cookery, the practice or skill of preparing and cooking food.
So this is the second level, the immediate level. So this is a question: how can you use cookery in your daily life? So you can write again and read.
It allows us to make healthier food for our everyday meal.
So we're gonna go to the last one. This is the advanced level. So do you believe cooking is important and it is constantly learning? Why? Please read again.
Yes, because it is a skill that may help people to meet nutrition guidelines daily.
Okay, thank you so much for your wonderful answers. So are you ready for the oral questioning?
Yes.
So this is your question. So do you believe again that cooking is important and constantly learning? Why or why not?
Yes. Because it is a skill that we help people to meet nutrition guidelines daily.
Wow, again, very good. So I think you're now ready for your demonstration and oral questioning. So please give me time to check your paper.
Yes.
Okay, Miss May, this is your result. So according to the written test, you got 47 out of 50. Wow, that's awesome. So for you, for oral demonstration, you are able to write correct answer. And based on the recordings, your oral questioning, you were able to answer appropriately and well. It is based on the standard of our industry. So based on our evidence, I found you the two competent, the competence in performing the delivery and oral questioning. So now I will give you the certificate of success completing the two modules. I will now record this in this achievement chart for you to pass. So please go back now to conceptual laboratory area. So we're now back to the conceptual learning laboratory area. So May, you now proceed to the third module and answer the self-check there and compare the answer to your answer key, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me. So for you, Miss Vanessa, are you now ready for your demonstration?
Yes.
So we'll now go to the practical area for your demonstration. So we are now here at the practical area. Miss Vanessa, please, you're going to demonstrate your ability in cookery and you can demonstrate by learning that module. Please read and interpret and analyze.
Here's to the ones that we got. Here's to the wish you were here but you're not. Because the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Because the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back.
Okay, thank you so much for your demonstration. So I have a follow-up question here based on that module. So why do you think we need to learn how to cook and we need to ask we need to survive?
Yes, we need to cook for us to survive because cooking makes our life worthy as human beings.
Wow, thank you so much for your answer. Please give me time to check your paper. Okay, I have now the result of your oral questioning. So, Miss Vanessa, according to your answer in oral questioning well back, you were able to answer appropriately and well according to the industry standard. However, in your demonstration, your listening skill, your rote words are not in common. So, I can give you another chance to test and I will give you another 5 minutes to answer and read the information on this sheet so that you can be able to pass. Are you ready for demonstration?
Yes?
So I can give you this 15 minutes to answer the answer sheet there. So, okay, you may now proceed. Okay, time's up. Please give me the paper and give me time to check your paper. Wow! Miss Vanessa, congratulations! According to the result of your test, you've been able to write all the words and now I found you competencies during in cookery and skills in communication. So I will give you this certificate of completion to completing this module. So I will now record your achievement in a progress chart and achievement chart. This will go back now to conceptual laboratory. Contextual learning laboratory again. So, Miss Vanessa, you can now proceed to the next module, performing one lesson and delivery. Please read the information sheet there and answer key. Please compare the answer of your answer to the answer key and please do the task. If you have any question, please ask me. So, for you, Miss May, are you now ready for your demonstration?
Yes.
So, do you have any question about the module about CBLM? If not, we'll now proceed to the practical area. We are now here at practical area, so I will give you your demonstration. This demonstration, please see the picture. So, do you have any questions about the picture? If none, time's up. So I have a follow-up question here. So do you think we must learn how to cook for us to survive?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for your question, for your answer. So give me time to check your paper. Okay. Wow, the result is now already. So according to the written test, you got score of 29 out of 30. So according to your answer in oral questioning, you will be able to accurately deliver the instruction given to you, and it is according to industry standards. So with this, I found you competent in this unit of competencies. I will give you the process tomorrow, and this is the certificate of achievement. So congratulations. So we'll now go back to the conceptual learning laboratory. Now here again at the conceptual learning laboratory. So that's it for today. So thank you so much for your cooperation. Please now rise for a prayer. Amen. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.
So, good morning, trainees.
Good morning.
So, we are now here at day 3 of our orientation. Let's start with a prayer. Stand. Amen. You can now take your seat. Again, let me check your attendance. Please stay here as I call your name. And sign up the attendance sheet, please. So, Mita Bangkura, please sign here. And Vanessa Ursula, please sign here. So, thank you so much. Now, as I look in your achievement and the progress chart, so Miss Vanessa, and we will go into the institutional area, and while May is complete the unit of competencies for this qualification. So congratulations. So please Vanessa, please proceed to the assessment area for your course test. So we are now here at the institutional assessment area. So Miss Vanessa, this is 45 items test. For your pre-test, I will give you 45 minutes to answer. So if you have any questions, if none, please proceed and read the instruction carefully. Okay, time's up. Please give me your paper. Give me time to check it. So, Miss Vanessa, this is your result. So, according to your pre-test, your score is 25 out of 45, and your post-test, well back, you got 42 out of 45. So, that means you improve your skills and knowledge in doing the training. So, congratulations. For that, I will give you your certificate of completion. Let me read the citation for you. So, Republic Act of the Philippines. Okay, thank you so much and congratulations. So, congratulations again, Miss Vanessa. So I have here the training evaluation sheet. So please rate our training. So this will help me to determine if we need to improve our venue, to determine how me as your trainer. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. So congratulations again.